It's April the 12th, and that means it's International Day of Spaceflight, or also Yuri's Night. It's a day to celebrate basically everything we do about putting humans into space. And the reason it's always the 12th of April, well, this is the day in 1961, 60 years ago today, that we saw the very first human be propelled into space. And that person was a Russian cosmonaut by the name of Yuri Gagarin. And he boarded a spacecraft called the Vostok 1, which was designed by a very, very well-respected rocket engineer called Sergei Korolev. It's thanks to him that the Russians had such success in the early days of the space race between America and Russia. But yes, on the 12th of April, nobody really knew if people were going to be able to survive once we took them off Earth and had them orbit around our planet. But Yuri Gagarin proved that it was true, that that was actually possible. He didn't really have much to do in the spacecraft because they didn't know if he was going to be able to breathe or if he would survive after a few minutes. So in order for his travel to be as safe as possible, they just strapped him in, thrust him up into the air. And when he returned back to Earth, he jumped out, ejected from the spacecraft 7 kilometers above and parachuted down, which was hugely dangerous. I'm like, what a daredevil. And he landed safely and he survived, which was a moment in history for us all to reflect on. And it's well worth thinking about that on the 12th of April. Also on the 12th of April, we had the very first launch of NASA's Space Shuttle program. The Columbia Space Shuttle headed off for the very first time into space on this day, the 12th of April, 1981, which was 40 years ago. And of course, that led on to 30 years of the Space Shuttle program, which also orbited Earth, and it helped in the construction of the space station and also the Hubble telescope, which has given us so many beautiful images of our universe and more. So today's a day to think about our relationship with space, how many people that we've managed to put into space, which is like over 500 at this stage, nearly 550 almost, and growing every day as more and more people get up into the International Space Station and perhaps even return to the moon. So enjoy International Day of Spaceflight and keep an eye out for some of the activities that are going on near you online or perhaps all around the world. It's a good day to love space.